Hello dear students, welcome to your English grammar class. Today we will discuss very important as well as easy topic, that is gap filling. So first of all, let's have an overview about it. Dear students, a gap filling exercise has short text with blanks which have to be filled in with one word, each from the given options, usually 3 or 4 if they are given. And if the options are not given, you have to fill in the best suitable one word of your own understanding. Now, let's talk about how to do it. So, there are a few points to be kept in mind. 1. Read the paragraph carefully before attempting to fill in the blanks. Next, form a general idea about the paragraph. Then take care of the tense in which the paragraph is written. This is very important. That will help you in filling up the gaps. Then make sure that the verbs agree with their subjects in number and person as well as the aspect of the tense. Then generally the blanks, we all know that generally the blanks are filled up with articles, prepositions, modals, verbs, nouns, relative pronouns, adjectives, conjunctions, auxiliaries, pronouns, determiners, etc. In other words, gaps are filled with grammar words. So, dear students, by integrating all these grammar topics, we hereby have some rules to be followed while attempting this topic. Students, rule number 1 says singular subject takes singular verb and plural subject takes plural verb. Take the example. Shihab is a meritorious student. Vehicles create traffic jam. Shihab is, vehicles create means first form of verb. Rule number 2. Prepositions. All the prepositions in the brackets, they are followed by either noun or first form of verb plus ing. Television is an important source of entertainment or entertaining. Entertainment is a noun and entertaining is verb plus ing. Children are fond of using mobile phone. Rule number 3. 2 plus first form of verb. Always 2 is followed by first form of verb except all these verbs in the brackets, or you can use first form of verb plus ing. Take the example, Tori went to London to get. Porish tried to join. Looking forward to hearing. So you can either use first form of verb or first form of verb plus ing after the preposition to. Rule number 4. Verb plus article plus adverb plus adjective plus noun. So this is the syntax of the sentence followed if all these words are there. Means all these parts of speech are there, like article, verb, article, adverb, adjective plus noun. After the subject we will put verb, then article, then adverb, then adjective plus noun. Take the example, Bangladesh is. A is article, a is an article, and densely is adverb, populated is an adjective, and country is a noun. So rule number 5 says a and the is followed by noun. So the plus noun or first form of verb plus ing plus of. Take the example, the necessity of learning English. After each and every article, there will be the noun. So rule number 6 says can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must. All these words in the uh, brackets are all the modals. After the modals there will be always first form of verb, like he can do, may rain, must study. So rule number 7 says wherever we are using the word while, there will be first form of verb plus ing, like while walking, or in the second sentence while sleeping. Rule number 8 says that all these words in the bracket carry third form of verb or adjective. Take the example, she got married yesterday. Got, after got you will use third form of verb. And after all these words which are there in the bracket, there will be always either third form of verb or adjective. Rule number 9. Always in the passive voice, you will use third form of verb. Take the example, the work ought to be done. He will be helped by me. So rule number 10 says, I am, he, she, it is, we, they, you are, all these verbs take are. Third person plural subject is equal to has. Third person plural subject, singular subject has, and plural subject takes the helping verb have. I am, we are, he is, they have, he has. So rule number 11 says, there is, was or has, plus singular subject. There are, were, have, plural subject. Means there, if the word there is there, then the singular subject is there, there will be singular subject. Take the example. We will learn by taking the example. There is a mosque. There are 2 ponds. So we are using there in both of the sentences, but the subjects after the helping verb are in the first sentence is singular and in the second sentence is plural. So rule number 12 says, these words which are there in the bracket plus one or more singular subject plus singular verb. So take the example, each boy and each girl. Both of these subjects will take singular verb, was present, not were present. Each boy and each girl was present, not were present. Each boy and each girl has been given 100. So each boy and each girl has. Each boy and each girl was. So they will take singular verb. Rule number 13. Somebody and someone, they will be followed by singular verb. Some boys, some toys, they will be followed by plural verb. Someone has. Some boys have. So rule number 14 says, all these words in the bracket followed by of are followed by plural subject plus singular verb. One of the boys is present there. So this is the syntax of the sentence that will be followed. One of the boys is. None of them was. These will be followed by singular verb. Rule number 15. These words, all these words which are there in the bracket, they take singular verb. Like news runs, physics is. Rule number 16. All these words in the brackets, they take plural verb. His circumstances are, people don't, vegetables contain. Rule number 17. All these words which are there in the brackets, they follow only their before subject to choose a verb. Like it is I who am. Although these words are immediately before the helping verb, even then they will follow only their before subject to choose a verb. It is I who am. It is you who are. You are, I am. Rule number 18. Prefer to, first form of verb plus ing. Torikul prefers to reading newspaper. Joinal prefers to eating beetle. So rule number 19. All these words which are there in the brackets, they are used in present indefinite tense, not in continuous tense. I see the bird. I hear news. I forget everything. I hear news. We don't say I am hearing news. I am forgetting everything. So I forget everything. I hear news. I see the bird. So rule number 20, these words distance, money, time, they take singular verb. 30 miles is, 100 years is, money begets. Rule number 21, arithmetical operations always take singular verb. 5 plus 5 is, 10 minus 5 is, 10 divided by 2 is. So rule number 20, all these words which are there in the brackets, they are considered as present indefinite tense. Example, organizations frequently need. Frequently need. English usually helps. He always prays. So all these words are considered as present indefinite tense. So rule number 23. Now at this, the moment, at present, all these words in the bracket, they are considered as present continuous tense. Mobile phone users are increasing day by day. He is eating now. So rule number 24 says that all these words which are there in the brackets, they are past indefinite tense. Example, I received your letter yesterday. One day I borrowed a book from you. So these all words which are there in the brackets, they are considered as past indefinite tense. Rule number 25. Rule number 25 says these words which are there in the brackets, they are considered as present perfect tense. He has transferred from Dhaka recently. He has been transferred from Dhaka recently. Or you can say he has transferred. We have shifted to safe place immediately. Rule number 26. All these words which are there in the brackets, they are followed by first form of verb like mind having, help smoking. So rule number 27, all the active voice, always active voice is always, if there are these words in the which are there in the bracket, they are always followed by first form of verb plus ing. Rana is doing, it has been raining. So all these words in rule number 24 28 which are there in the brackets, they are followed by two, except neglect. Neglect doesn't is not followed by two. It seems to me false. We have decided to. So rule number 29, had better and had rather, they are followed by third form of verb, and rest all these words are followed by first form of verb. He had better read newspaper regularly. I will not let you enter the classroom. So rule number 30, says it is time, it is high time. They are considered as present indefinite tense, and others are considered past indefinite tense. I fancy I turned pale. It is high time we develop our country. So rule number 31 says lest, uh, should. Both of these words are used together. Walk fast lest you should miss the train. Read alternatively lest you should fail in the exam. Read attentively lest you should fail in the exam. Rule number 32. If we are using conditional sentences starting with word if I were a doctor, I could treat the poor. Then rule number 33, if past indefinite tense, then subject plus would or could or might plus first form of verb. If I were doctor, I could treat the poor. If you came, I would go. So rule number 34 says if plus present indefinite, future indefinite tense, or subject plus may, can, shall, will plus first form of verb. If he runs in the rain, he will catch cold. Means if we are in the first part, if the first part of the sentence, if we are using present indefinite tense, then in the second part of the sentence we will use future tense. Like in the example, if he runs in the rain, he runs is present indefinite. He will catch cold is future indefinite tense. Or if it rains, it will not, I will not go out. So rule number 35 says if plus present perfect tense, subject plus might have, could have, would have, plus third form of verb. If they had started earlier, if we are in the first part of a conditional sentence, if we are using the present perfect tense, then in the second part of the sentence we will use either might have, could have, would have with third form of verb. Rule number 36. Rule number 36 says present indefinite or present perfect tense plus since plus past indefinite tense. Take the example, it is many years since I came to Dhaka. So many years have passed since I had met her. Rule number 37. Past indefinite tense plus since plus past perfect tense. So we can use uh, vice versa also. Many years passed since I had seen her last. We can use other way around also. Take rule number 38. Past perfect plus before plus past indefinite plus after plus past perfect. If we are using before, then we will use past perfect. Before, then we will use past indefinite after before. If we are using past indefinite before the word after, then we will use past perfect after the word after. So, rule number 39, beginning of the sentence, verb plus ing. If the sentence is beginning with the first form of verb plus ing, it is called gerund. Gerund is verb plus ing. When it is used as noun, it is called gerund. So if the if the beginning of the sentence is either gerund or infinitive, then how we will use it? Rising early is a good habit. Sleeping is necessary to life. To take drugs leads a man to death. So this is the way we use gerunds and infinitives. So rule number 40 says verb plus all these words which are there in the bracket, these are called WH words. They are followed by to. Take the example, he knows what to. In the second sentence, how to. What to do, how to make a cup of tea. Rule number 41 says that with the word, with the things we use interesting and with the person we use interested. Like history is very interesting. I am very much interested to meet him. Rule number 42 says that uncountable nouns, all which are there in the brackets, they take singular verb. Air is, water plays. Rule number 43, no plus noun. Whenever we are using negative no in the negative sentence, then no will be followed by a noun, and if we are using not, then it will be followed by adjective or adverb. Like he has no education, education is noun. He is not interested is he is not interested to study. So not is verb, interested to study. So rule 44, help, sorry, rule 44, keep plus noun plus adjective. So the teacher kept the boy silent. Every time if we are using keep, then there will be a noun after that and adjective after that. Rule number 45, no sooner had. If we are using these words no sooner had, then in the other part of the same sentence we will use than. In the same manner, scarcely had, we will use when also. Hardly had, we will use either before or when also. So rule number 46, prefer, preferable, soon, junior will be followed by to, not than. So Sumi is junior to me, not junior than me. That is wrong. Sumi is junior to me. I prefer reading to writing. So rule number 47, don't use to before home, abroad, here, there. We went abroad. We went to abroad is wrong. We will say we will write we went abroad. He will go home. He will go to home is wrong. We will write we will go home tomorrow. Rule number 48. Rule number 48 says Sun, death, summer, winter, fear, anger, war. These are the words, they take the pronoun his. Like the sun sheds his beams on earth. The death lays his icy hand. So these they take the pronoun his. And the words which are there in rule 49, they are in the brackets. They take the they take the pronoun her. The moon reflects her shade. The spring comes with all her beauties. So rule number 50. Rule number 50 says, if simple sentence contains two main verbs, it may be second verb with ing or two plus second verb with present form. I saw him going. I am going to open a coaching center. So second verb will be in present form and second verb. So if the simple sentence contains two main verbs, it may be second verb with ing or 2 plus second verb with present form. So this is all about all the rules for gap filling. Hope you have got it well. Now we will do the exercises to help you understand them better.